I think we're live now.
Okay.
All right, so what's up, Queen? What's up, Nick? All right, so guys, this is what's gonna happen. This is Kareem from Egypt. He's an international dropshipper. He sells close to $40,000 a month. We started to talk. Kareem, we started talking Instagram, right?
Yes.
Guys, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I just put the name there. So we started talking Instagram. What's up, DJ? And this dude sells close to 40,000 a month drop shipping on eBay with like all the international restrictions. So Kareem, tell me the story. How long you been drop shipping on eBay? Why the fuck you started? How you got into it? And let's start.
It's almost from October, maybe the end of October. So it's almost eight months ago, and trying to make money online, all of that shit. That's fine. Started the first couple months making the first month 500, the second month almost 2K. The January month
this is profit or just sales?
No, that's just sales. The second month will maybe 100 profit or something.
Okay.
I'm just experiment stuff and all of that, And then I started scaling from January. All of that I was working alone. I said all of that stuff before in another live, but let's go it for shortly.
Yeah.
So what else? Yeah, and then you went to all of the problems and all of that stuff, and the April 11 or the April 21 fall, and all the sales dropped down, all the traffic dropped down, and you had a lot of problems. I wasn't tax exempt yet at this point. I just started. I was trying to be exempt, even with the dropping of the sales and with the problems with the cash flow and all of that stuff.
Okay, no, first. So
I sent you the screenshot of the traffic.
Yeah, before we
the 21.
Before we talk about April and stuff, when you started in October, so you're talking about October, November, December.
Yeah.
You made no money, right? You made like a couple $100.
No. Yeah, that's a couple $100, and I invested back on my business.
Right, and then what? I don't know anything about Egypt. In Egypt, how much money does like a typical person make to live and stuff?
You can live with like $200 can make you, a good life as a normal person without a family, With
really?
A family,
so $200, you can like buy food every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And same as Nicaragua, the third world countries.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't have to pull up a lot of money to live.
Yeah, that's why I moved to Nicaragua. I moved to Nicaragua so I could focus on working and not worry about money.
Yeah, in the US you need at least 1.5K so you can live at least a good life. So that's a problem.
And then so before April, how much money were you making?
Yeah, before April, I think I sold almost 20K the month before April. Okay, and I was having almost 1,000 listing. I was running a premium store. Okay. All of that was my own, doing the customer service. But in the month before April, I didn't even have time to list items anymore because it was running a full premium store alone with the sales. It was 20K with the customer service, the tracking. I wasn't having that amazing software or the tracking, the perfect tracking. And I was also uploading the tracking by myself. That was really a waste of time. Man, the first 2 months I didn't even have a listing tool. I was listing manually and then using Scoory to monitor my listing.
Okay, so all you lazy fuckers on fucking YouTube, this motherfucker was not using software to start, right? So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and then
you listed how many? Wait, you listed how many items manually?
Maybe 200, and then I start because look, when I found the software, it was a free 50 listing or something, and then I used this 50 listing okay, and then I delete them from the software, and then I monitor them manually, do SKU grid. I added them one by one so I can price her, and then I list another 50 by free. That was really shit. Okay. So, but because I didn't have the perfect software, so I can invest it on. It's not because I not have $15 or $30, so I can put it in a software. I didn't know that. I wasn't having that, that guide, that guru that tell me what to do. So after I found a software and I left it up, I start listing, and then once I achieved that 250 items, I upgraded to the premium, and then I achieved it to the 1K, and then I set another 1K. When April 11 came, I was running a 1K store, and then the drop off. By the way, on April, my items was 2K, so I almost doubled my items on April, and still my sales dropped from 20K to 15K. It wasn't a huge deal, but you was putting double of your effort just to achieve 2K. So it almost maintained the sales.
Okay. And then, so all you did was double the amount of sales to double the amount of listings.
Yes. And then I deleted almost 600 listings that wasn't sold on the last 2 months.
Right.
It almost wasn't sold at all because I was bulking, sniping, all of that stuff that I told you before.
Right. So
that was.
So what? I'll get to. So when this. So first of all, you 58 motherfuckers watching my video, like my shit because there's only 12 likes on this shit. So you doubled your work. You didn't freak out when the sales went down in April. What was your reaction?
It was like, yes, it went down, and I was on the way to obtain my EIN. I didn't have my EIN yet. I was waiting for it, and it had a delay, and I needed to obtain it again. It was really mess, and I was waiting for the EIN so I can be exempt because I was charging sales tax at. Wasn't like a 10, 15%, 20%. It was the same rate as Amazon and Walmart charged me.
Right.
And then I had that email from eBay, but I don't know why they sent it too early, because there is another sellers that they're still selling for almost 2 years or 3 years, and they're still charging 10% sales tax.
Right.
And no one called them. So that's
I don't understand that. I've seen guys charging 15% for the past year.
Yeah, not only a year. There is some dropshippers that's starting from 2014.
Yeah.
And still charge sales tax. I don't know how eBay does let them, but that's fine. I removed all my tax table. I was paying taxes to Amazon and Walmart. I wasn't exempt yet, and even when I being exempt, I still pay for 8 states in the Walmart. And
right.
maybe
Right. Exactly.
So, but it's better than nothing.
Why haven't you don't use Home Depot?
No, I don't use it. I try to use Kmart. I had only one item from Kmart that really sells well. It stopped selling, but it was like a tool that cost over $150, and it was expensive and have good profit, And the best thing that from Kmart, this tool was the price of it was 180. One time it dropped to 130. Okay, and then I contacted Kmart. I had all the price match with the last month. I ordered 8 of them or 9 of them. So I had a price match for 9 tools. It's almost $30 to $40 for multiplied by 9. I had it back to my credit card, so that was good. But there is a lot of problems with Kmart and international credit cards and all of that.
Exactly.
So I don't like to scale from it.
So let me ask you something. So what percentage are you paying PayPal? Tell me a bit about this situation with PayPal and eBay and all that shit.
About our percentage, it's 3.9. So it's 1% higher than US.
Right.
And I was paying it. There is no any problems with it. And then, but people say that it's really a lot, it's too high and all of that stuff. Yes, it's too high. But look, the PayPal stuff, after you reach like 20,000 or something per month, the percentage will become lower. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 months later, I think 2 months before, the percentage became 3.5.
Okay.
Okay. And then after I received, I think over the 30K or the 40K, the percentage became 3.2.
Ah,
And
so
by the
you're
way,
close.
yeah, I'm almost close right now. But look, by the way, the percentage supposed to be 2.7. That's what they said on their website.
Right.
You can see Becky also. If you have over, I think 30K, the percentage will be 2.7. But I didn't. I
Yeah,
contacted
that's
them. They
true.
told me that, yeah, they told me there is an error, there is an technical stuff, and they're trying to fix it. So I'm waiting, but I'm still paying 3.2. But that's almost 0.3% difference. There is
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
So what restrictions do you all have with eBay and PayPal in
Yeah,
Egypt?
first
You
of
never
all,
got to shut
yeah,
down. Is there a monthly limit?
there was like the first that I started creating the PayPal account, they was having like 30 days hold on the payments. It's not eBay hold, it's not PayPal jail. It's a 30 days hold on the or any funds you
On
receive.
all the money, yeah, like a rolling hold. Yeah.
Yeah, for 30 days, even you provided a tracking information, the package is delivered, all of that stuff, it's still on the hold.
So what were you
So
doing then?
I wasn't doing anything. I was that's the problems that you will face when you start up. You don't have enough cash because you are buying in dollar, and your currency, all of that stuff, and you are trying to fill all of the orders. But I tried to work around it, and I created a UAE PayPal account. It doesn't have the 30 days hold. I had some problems, and the UAE account had shut down. I'm having $700 on the UAE account on the hold for 6 months. I can't even withdraw them. So I'm waiting for January so I can withdraw my funds. And that was all my cash flow then,
Yeah.
4 months ago. Imagine
So
that, having all your cash flow on hold and you can't have it for 6 months.
right, but what account are you using now?
Egypt, because right now the 30 days hold almost gone, so you can receive the funds. That wasn't I wasn't having that good situation once I started. So for any Egyptian right now that's working with the 30 days hold, just create a new PayPal account. It will be like a small hold for a small payments that come in, but within 1 month it will be like normal, and you don't have any
Ah,
withdrawal
so what?
limit.
New PayPal accounts in Egypt don't have the same restrictions.
Yes, they say that it's still have, but they doesn't work it. They doesn't implement it anymore.
Okay.
That's the way I tried, and I gave this tip to a lot of people, and they work around it, and it works. So you can try it.
And what was I going to ask you? What was I going to ask you? And how did you get into eBay dropshipping?
Yeah, I was
Just
searching
finding stuff
online.
online?
Yes. I looked on working about on Fiverr, all of that stuff, but I didn't like it because you are going to have like $1 per hour, $2. Yes, it's good money for someone living in Egypt, but I was trying to find a better way, something that I can scale. There is no one in Arabs can shows that, okay, and the smallest that shows it doesn't show anything. They doesn't even have almost 20% of your content or poll content or Taylor right now, so they doesn't have any information about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, create the account, list. They even say that you have to list from the Chinese supplier. You have to sell your own stuff on the home so you can gain feedback, so you don't have to face the problems with eBay. So they are basically staying the people around eBay
Yeah.
stuff, and
And
some
then,
of them have,
so where did you, were you watching some of the guys on YouTube? Where did you learn to do this stuff?
well, most of my stuff I learned by myself. I was, experiment, trying all of that stuff, facing the problems with my own. I looked at some of your videos. Ball wasn't around there once I started, so I wasn't, following anyone.
Yeah.
Some of the Jack content, but I wasn't, full of on the Jack channel. So there is no almost any channels right now. There is a lot of channels growing up.
Right, exactly. Because when I started my channel, because I didn't have anything, like there was no one doing it.
Yes, but they are telling that the drop shipping is saturated or dead or all of that stuff. Right now, the people that come in is more better than us. Yes, for you that's not, but for me it's better.
Right, I know what you mean, exactly. Because okay, yes, there are more people fucking doing it, right? But the motherfuckers who come in now have all the information possible.
Yes, I wasn't having this information once I started. There wasn't like a good sniping tool that you can snipe all that store. I was doing all of that stuff with my own,
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I was searching for 15 to 20 page just to find one profitable item.
I hope you lazy motherfuckers watching this motherfucking video understands what this motherfucker's saying. Like before I did DS Genie and all this bullshit, you have to go through page by motherfucking page. And then sometimes you'll find items that sold 4, 5, 6, 8 times, and then it's still not fucking profitable. So you have to keep fucking going.
Yes, exactly. And even with the optimizing, I at the beginning I was not like the sniping guy. Most of the time I was optimizing. So I would just like search for 10, 20 different Walmart items and then try to search it on eBay. Same price, all of that stuff. How can I make profit? And all of that tax and all of that problems. It was like a mess. But at the beginning I was having higher profit margin. It was like 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
So they're saying that there is no profit margin,
But that's stupid. To me, that is stupid. Because the thing is, no one is going to drop ship on eBay for no profit margin. You just have to figure out what the fuck everyone is doing to get the margin and compete. So when people say there's no margin, it doesn't work like that. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So if you are starting up, you don't have to be 3, 4, 5, 6% margin. You can work with 10 to 15%. Yes, you will have to search more. You will have to search better.
But now these motherfuckers have software to do it.
Yeah, they have. There is software even for the category research and all of that stuff. You know what you was going to do? You was going to Google Trends, all of that. What's the trending right now in the US? So you was basically like looking for other items that was selling, or one movie that's going to start. You're selling around that movie and all of that. So basically, at the first 50 items that I listed, I haven't gone any sales from it. So there is nothing.
Yeah, but so you listed 50 items manually and you got no fucking sales.
But look.
Wait, stop. That was correct, right? How long did that take?
2 days. Man, I was making like 12 hours a day.
Right.
Listing. I was making
How old are you?
20.
I hope you motherfuckers watching this video is listening to this 20-year-old motherfucker, right? Like, anyway, go ahead. So go ahead. I have so many questions.
Yeah, I was opening the YouTube channel. Okay, anyone. So your channel, anyone trying to or talking about eBay, and I was listening to them and I was listing. I was making market research on all of that stuff. I was even looking for another stuff. That's the problem that everyone faces when they join the online business.
What's that?
Yeah, don't look for other stuff while you are concentrating on one stuff.
Right.
That will mess up your head.
Because I was looking everything up. Because anytime you get frustrated, you'll be like, okay, let me go look at this other thing.
Yeah, and there was like, Amazon private label, a good numbers, a good margins, but higher you know, higher investment,
Right.
Shopify, all of that stuff. That's good, you know. People talk around it. Yeah, they are making money from it and all of that. And you're trying to, you know, to have their goals or to achieve what they achieved.
Yeah.
But look, you will need to invest a lot. The people trying to go around, look, most of the people take eBay as a first step so they can have the 1K, the 2K that they can have it from them, and then go invest it on Shopify so they can make 100K a month.
Right.
And they go invest it on Amazon so they can have the winning product that can make them 10K a month. But that's not the case. If you concentrate on one stuff, you can make 100K a month.
Yeah, because this is the thing. When I started eBay, I was like, let me see if I sell like one thing a day. And then I was like, let me see if I can sell 20 a day and then 50 a day. And then I was like, I was making like 3,000, 4,000. And then I was like, let me see if I get 10,000. And then I tried to get 20. And then we almost got to 40. And then it was a lot of work. So I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, so basically once on my third or the fourth month, I was making like 300 or 400 profit. That was good. So, you know, you're satisfied, you know. Every time you think that once you achieve a goal in eBay, that's a max goal or that's a good profit, so you can try to look on other things, you know, and invest the money on other things. But why don't invest the money on the same thing so you can grow it more better?
Yeah,
you know. I took this 300 or 400 and I invested on learning, on Shopify, on creating the platform, the web, the store, all of that stuff. But you know, you will need to invest more than that. You don't have, for any international, they doesn't have a Stripe account. They only have a website, a PayPal as a payment gateway. No one will come to your store and just buy for a store that just accepts PayPal. Okay, that's the thing that I knew, but it was too late because I invested 300 or 400, but that's okay because it was a good learning for me. So I came back and I invested more time to eBay.
Okay, so I want to know two things. One, you're selling 40,000 a month. How many listings you have to be selling that amount?
Can you repeat the question? The line was cutting off.
How many listings do you have to sell 40,000 a month?
Right now it's almost 6,000 because I'm going to delete 400 right now because of the bureau, all of that stuff. And you need to take the bureau seriously because I'm having right now a 30-day suspension. Okay, 20 days passed away, so I'm waiting for almost 10 days more without listing. So at the first,
but you could sell, right?
Yeah, but I can sell.
Yeah.
So look.
And are you doing this alone?
Yeah, no, right now I'm having 2 VAs.
Okay. And what does your fucking family think?
At the beginning, online business, that's nothing. Go away. You know, complete your stuff, complete your study and all of that stuff. But once they see that there's an income, they can, you know, trust in it.
Yeah. And are you studying? What do you do?
Right now, I supposed to be on the 4th degree of the college, was my last year, but I stopped. I didn't continue the college. It's not that I quit from it, but I just delayed the process.
Yeah.
Because if I passed away the second year, okay, I doesn't have any access, so I can travel or I can leave the country until I finish my military. You know, I need to wait for 1.5 year so I can finish my military so I can go away. And once you are working online business, 1 year is really a huge time.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, you can't leave it's not like a normal job that you can have a holiday from it and just go to the military. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying around it.
And are you planning to start a YouTube channel? Are you planning to share stuff? What is it next? What is your goals with eBay? Where do you go next?
Yeah, right now I'm going to max. So my goals was, I was trying to make like a private label because I was going to Amazon FBA. but I had a problem with Amazon because they shut down the account even before I started.
Yeah, they do
I
that all
created-
the time.
Yeah, and they doesn't, they doesn't accept, they doesn't respond. The seller performance team is really sucks with Amazon.
Yeah.
They are really suck. But I ignored Amazon for a while, even though it's really a good profit margin, a good, a good income that you can scale. And I take courses on Amazon. I know everything about Amazon. If if it's online arbitrage or private label or session products, all of that stuff, I learned it. But I didn't have access, so I can implement it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I came back and I'm trying to scale the eBay business more right now. I will first max my anchor store, and then I'm going to open another store, and I may share this is the journey of this store with the guys, but I'm not going to share the name, even though there is some people that know my store name.
Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, that was no. They know my store name, by the way, from the first post that I posted on January. So they're 7 months ago. Okay, once I have, because I posted like that my limit increase and my name was on it, and that was the third or the fourth limit increase at the first month. So I had 4 limit increases on 1 month. So you have to call again. I'm not going to talk about that again. So basically, they have my store name and they know what I'm selling, and they can't destroy me or grow me
Yeah,
lower.
no one could. When I started my channel, I used to share my store with everyone, and no one even knew it. And they used to snipe me all the time, and I still grew from 20,000 to 110,000 while
Yes.
while showing everyone my fucking store on
Because
YouTube.
look, if someone trying to snipe you, the max that they can snipe is 10 items a day. Once you have VAs, you can list 70 items a day. It's not with your store. I don't know what your method when you was sharing the store, but with my method, I'm listing 60 to 70 items a day. So if someone to race with me to the top so they can achieve my items, they couldn't.
Yeah,
So it's hard for them.
And then how much do you think you could scale it until what number? First of all, guys, there are 81 of you motherfuckers watching this thing. Like my video, please. And I am going to give away, someone call out the name. I am going to give away a free BS subscription on the No BS Dropshipping channel. So No BS Dropshipping Instagram. So go on Instagram and look up No BS Dropshipping, all one word, and follow me. So how far you could take this? You're up to 40,000. How far you think you could take it?
Yeah, it's almost the same as the months before because I didn't list any items and I deleted almost 1,000 or 1.5.
And you're still at around 40,000.
Yeah, I didn't list for 20 days. So I was going to scale it this month. I was planning to achieve the more than 50K this month.
Yeah.
But this suspension has, destroyed me a little. I even thought that because they sent me the message saying that you will be restricted from listing and relisting. So all your items won't be relisted back.
Yeah.
So any item was going to end before the suspension was not going to be relisted. That's what I told. So I thought that my sales will be the half of the month will be dropped like all of that. But I didn't have that. My listing was still relisting. I don't know why, but my 6,000 listing is still live. So that's a good thing. I just maintained my sales.
Okay,
But for right now, it's lower because maybe the 2 days for today and before the 3 days past, it's really lower than the usual because you have to list. You can't just handle like, yes, I achieved 30K, 40K. That's it. I'm not going to list anymore and I'm going to make 1K profit a month from this type of listing. That's not the thing. You need to list and you need to remove listing. You need to work every time.
So let me ask you something. Do you do any promoted listings?
Yeah. That's the thing that I made it so I can came back after the April and all of that stuff. You know, but my is higher than usual. It's not as you 10%, but it's 2.5.
Yeah.
It's higher
Okay,
than
okay,
1%.
okay.
So I can, you know, compete with the people that trying to make the 1%, 1.5%.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like to have control of this shit. So, okay. So how much of your sales comes from promoted listings? What percentage do you think?
Almost 60K, 16K. Sorry, 16K.
So almost
that's,
half, right?
yeah, it's maybe 35% of the
You're right.
sales.
So mine is between 40 and 50%.
So, you know, that's really a good percent. Yes, you are going to make like 2%, 2.5 lower, but you are going to make profit from, you are going to make 2.5 to 5% profit from sales that you are not going to have if you didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've gotten up to I've gotten up to 200,000 a month. But that's because I'm fucking sniping sponsored listings.
I'm going to try that because it will be better.
Well, okay. Well, I implemented the software to snipe sponsored listings in Destiny Lite yesterday. I didn't do any videos about it. I'm sure the people using Destiny Lite would have seen something change and don't know how to fucking use it, because we were going to charge more money for that feature, but we're going to leave it in there for people to test it. So I'll give you a copy of Destiny Lite and you can try it out, and it snipes sponsored listings.
So that's good. I'm going to try it because,
and that's what I've been. So you motherfuckers, you understand that Destiny Lite now has a sponsored listing sniper, and you can check that shit out in the link in the description. And it's a free 7-day trial and then $67 a month. Because this is the thing, when I'm fine. So this is a fucked up thing. When I first started to snipe sponsored listing, it was like what we used to do before software. Like you're going through fucking page after fucking page after page, first looking for sponsored listings that sold, and then I'm looking for a sponsored listing with a lot of margin so I could use a high percentage. So I might have found like 50 fucking sponsored listings before I chose one. And I'm doing this shit manually. So that's the reason why I do like that. You see what you said about you have to list and keep listing more and more and more?
Yeah.
You do, but I always try to get the quality of my listing higher, because I'm selling close to 200,000 with, I still have like 1,000 listings.
Yes,
one of my friends.
Good for you. It's good for you because you're having like 2 years selling history. So
right. No, not 2 years. This account has like 3 or 4 years.
Really? You know, my top selling items almost maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
All my sales from new items. So people trying to say that there is no any new items, there is no any items. All my items I'm going to list, relist, delete. You know, the people become too sad when they have like a winning product that sells 3 times or 4 times a week, and they think that that's magic. It's going to continue selling and all of that. And then when someone snipe it, you're what I'm going to do. I stopped looking for the past items, and I'm just looking for the new items.
Okay. Well, that's it. Okay, so that's the thing. Like, thanks, Gail. I'll follow you back when I get Instagram. So that's the thing. A lot of people, it's interesting what you guys do, because you are listing and you keep listing and you're not looking back, right? I still, even with my new listings, I still find that balance where I will fucking make no money for like a month just to sell like 20, 30 of the item. Like, okay, let's say I have an item where I'm making 10%, right? And someone sniped me like 3 days later or a week later. I would fucking play the game and lower my shit down until I
stopped doing that. I was doing that, but I stopped doing your method because I was doing it. But you can do it because you does have the sales history, but I don't.
No, so, well, I could do it for 2 reasons. I have the sales history. The other listings I have are giving me a ton of money, even when these listings are not giving me money. So I could wait out these listings for like 20, 30 sales and then raise the price back just because like I have these listings over here where I'm making money, and then when I lower the price on these listings and I'm not making money, I could give a fuck, right? So I'm waiting it out, and then I'm raising it back up, and that's why I'm making all this money with so few listings, because but that's just how I always did it, right?
Yeah. With my method right now, I'm having, I think, a markup of 8% to 9% profit, and then I'm having something on the software that does, if this listing didn't sell in the next 15 days, it will come down to 1%, and the lowest will be like 3% lowest after 45 days if this listing didn't sold out for once. If this listing didn't sold for 60 days, I delete it. That was before running an anchor store, but right now I'm trying first to max my 10K listing and then delete all the unsold items for the past 60 days.
Right.
But if you're,
go ahead.
If you're still starting up and you're just running a basic store, so you can delete the sold item, the didn't sold items on the last 60 days. Don't delete it after 30 days because there is a lot of listing that being sold after 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So after 60 days, you can just delete it.
So did you saw that fucking, you saw the post that I posted on Instagram? The dude who sold like 500,000 60 days or whatever.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah.
Right. So that motherfucker is basically doing the same thing I'm doing, but maxing out the anchor store.
Yeah, that's good. You know, but how many VAs does he have?
No. He had like 7 or 8 people working for him.
No, only do you think that 7 or 8? It's not an easy to maintain them. I'm trying to learn.
Well, but that you have to understand. For him to get to that, I think it's 8 because 2 people are just ordering all fucking day, and then
stop using that because look, you have to have like a perfect VA for the ordering.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. It took maybe 50 VAs for him to get this 8.
Yeah, that's the problem. You need to search a lot, and for me, I was having auto ordering, okay, and I'm paying like 200 or 250 per month just for ordering. I can pay like $70 or $80 for the VA so they can order all the month. Right? Yeah, that's good, but he ordered one item twice, and this item costs 180. So he lost. He just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The VA either helps you or destroy you, and you have to wait. I didn't just fire this VA for ordering a wrong order. You know, he's still working with me.
Right.
And this VA listed a Vero products, and he's the reason for my suspension. But you know, all of us is learning. You know, you have to wait for the VA. If you fired any VA for the one mistake or the second or the third mistake that is making, you will not have any VA.
Never. Because you have to accept some losses.
Yeah. And for now, I accept a lot of losses, you know, for the orders, for the stuff. And for example, it's me. I think that I didn't place 2 orders, but I don't know how it came. And there's 2 orders being shipped to a buyer, and this 2 orders was costing $380, you know?
Right.
And he just bought it once. And I didn't even remember. I didn't know even. And then I had a message from this buyer saying, I received it too. What should I do? You know?
Yeah.
And it's a $380 item. So I apologized to him, and I sent him a prepaid label. I told him you can just, you know, drop it off on any UPS store. He told me, you know, I don't have time for that. I'm going to buy a new one, another one from you. Really, you know? So he just gave me more profit. So that's amazing buyer. You're not going to face these buyers a lot.
Right.
That's really a helpful buyer, you know.
So what? You belong to some groups on Facebook, like Arab groups that talk about drop. Are they like Arab groups, Arabic groups that talk about drop shipping?
Yeah, there's some groups that talk about drop shipping. Right now, I'm running one group. One friend made me an admin and told me to run the group. So right now I'm running one group, and there's a lot of groups. but none of them provides enough information or good value. And even the questions that being posted on this group, they doesn't reply. Look,
Yeah.
every time when I go through the wall and I found a post and I know what, that I can answer this post, I reply to it. I didn't have this when I started. Some people can search with my name on several groups. They will see questions that I asked 7 or 8 months ago. I never even had a like to it.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah.
But how many people are in these groups?
Yeah, no, there is some group that they have maybe over than 80K, and there's other groups with 10, 20K.
And still nothing?
Yeah, and still no one, or they reply, but the basic information. But if you ask for advanced information, they won't reply. So it's just the payment methods, PayPal stuff, how to withdraw your funds, how to pay for the items, and all of that stuff. That easy steps.
And do you use any cashback or no?
So right now I'm only using top cashback for Walmart items.
Yeah.
Forgil suspended my Amazon account. So look, I'm almost buying maybe 30 to 25K for Amazon items a month. So let me calculate that, because that's 5% that I'm losing.
That's like $1,000.
I think maybe more.
Well, if it's 25,000, 5% is 1,250.
Yeah, I'm almost losing for 1,000 to 1.5 every month, basically, because I doesn't have Amazon cashback credit card. So that's a huge
fucking
income.
crazy, dude.
That's a huge income on my country or anywhere.
Right.
And you're not.
That's fucking crazy. Hold on, give me 1 second. So, why didn't you stop? I'm trying to figure out. One of the things I find interesting is the interesting difference between like some people who would just go through and grind through and get to where they need to get to, and some people just fucking complain and don't do dick. So why didn't you stop?
Yeah, I could stop several times once I started. Once I had that I have orders for 200. So first of all, my first order I lost on it. My second order I lost on it. Okay, and look, for the 50 items that I listed, I told you I was making market research for them for 10 hours a day for 3 days.
Yeah.
So I can list them. And the first item that I sold, it was like it was a figure for a TV series, The Walking Dead. Everybody know it. I'm watching this series almost now, maybe 6 or 7 years. Okay,
Yeah.
I know once every month they come, the first episode. I wait for it for almost a year. Okay, so I know that all of the US people was going to wait for it too. So I was trying to search and look around it and list around it. Okay, so I listed this item at 11 p.m. Okay, I wake up at 9 p.m. Chin chin. That's the first sale I ever had. And it was this item. It was profitable item, but I didn't even have a credit card or a Visa, so I can purchase the item. Because look, I learned at eBay.
So wait, stop.
Yeah.
So how did you order your items to start?
Yeah, for this, I don't have enough funds. The PayPal, I didn't even know that if the PayPal will give me the funds or no. So I found that it's on hold. I supposed to have like a prepaid card that I need to go fill it from the bank. It doesn't even fill from the ATM. So you need to go wait 12 p.m. Okay, and fill the credit card with Egyptian currency, and then you will go. It doesn't fill up immediately. Okay, you will have to wait for 9 p.m. So the money will be on the credit card, so you can purchase the item. Yeah, and I had this sale on the Thursday. Okay, and the bank was off on the Friday, Saturday. Okay, so what I had when I go and fill the item on the Sunday. Okay, and I found it. The price raised from Amazon $2. So I lost.
my God.
So after 3 days of suffering, I lost on the first sale. So the first of all, I supposed to be quitting this time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm only laughing because like me and Kwesi, my business partner, have gone through way more than this. I now see someone saying, why the fuck are you laughing like this? I'm laughing because me and Kwesi went through much worse than that.
Yeah,
And now we
I
make a fuckload of
problem.
money.
Yeah,
And I'm laughing also because there are
problem.
people watching this fucking video that would go through less, like maybe 2% of what you went through to lose fucking money and would give the fuck up. And that's why I'm laughing, because it is so mind-blowing how people would get into business and want to claim that they want to start a business, whether it's online or whatever, and go through fucking basic ass fucking problems and give up. So to me, I'm laughing because it's fucking amazing. And you must feel like proud and you must feel happy every fucking day when you could go and buy whatever the fuck you want and do whatever the fuck you want, right? And when you're working from home, like I'm sure you have friends in university still studying where you were studying that could only dream of making the money you're making, no?
Man, I gave this information to 4 or 5 of my friends. None of them even opened a eBay account. Okay, so it's not for everyone, and not everyone trying to do this. That's the problem.
And to me, that is why it's so easy to make a lot of money, because most people are fucking lazy.
Yeah. So for example, once I knew about eBay, I created an eBay account. Once I linked it with PayPal and I verified my PayPal account, I listed 10 items. Okay.
Right.
So, you know, look, that's almost took me 3 to 4 days. I didn't even learn the process. Okay. I started, I listed, and I wait. I tried to go rush. Okay.
Right.
And then I faced the problems, and then I shocked out. That's who I am. You know, that's the problem. I don't like to learn and then go and implement what I learned.
No, neither have I.
While
Like
I'm
I've
going.
always, maybe that is
So
an
the second item
entrepreneur
also I
thing.
lost on it 4 item, and I still continue and fulfill the order. I didn't even try to cancel it. I didn't even know how to cancel the order, by the way.
Right.
And
And
by
that's
the
the
way,
thing. I think that is
Yeah.
the entrepreneur thing, because too many people, like, okay, everyone wants a course to learn how to do this shit now, right? But like, I would buy a course. I would watch like an hour or 30 minutes. And the second I have something to do, I'll go do it. I can't wait to do shit and be like, I need to know all the fucking pieces and I need to know where shit is going to go around. That's the whole point. And I like having these kind of conversations because I see a lot of similarities in everyone who's successful at this shit. It's just work. Like this shit, we're not building no fucking rockets. We're not fighting in any fucking war. We're not doing any real mathematics. It's just work. It's basic fucking work.
for the people, okay? Yeah, I suffered for the first 2 sales, but look, the third sale, okay, I had, it was like a hat for $10, and the buyer sent me a best offer to buy a 10 hats, you know, for 130 or something. So the profit margin was almost 15%.
Yeah.
And look, you know,
Yeah, because you weren't paying shipping and all that shit.
No, there is no any shipping. It was Amazon Prime. It was Amazon item, you know. But look, you was only selling one quantity of this item. So for people that just starting out, use the best offer stuff because it works. I was
That's
running.
funny. That's interesting you say that. I don't do best offers. Never.
I don't do it anymore. You know, I don't do it anymore because you can't handle an anchor store with best offer.
Okay.
If you're running a basic store, you can run a best store. You will have like 30 to 25 offers a day. Yes, most of them will be shit.
Yeah.
But you will have one offer that can make you $1, $2.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you can do that. So I had like almost $70 on hold with PayPal that I didn't withdraw for my first 2 sales, and I had to have like $100. It's it's almost 3.5k. This order was almost 3.5k on our currency.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a full income for you know, for a normal person here. You know,
So
and
how the fuck did you get the money?
I borrowed the money from my father. Okay, I borrowed almost 3.5k.
Yeah.
And imagine that you are paying 10 hats full of your income. It's higher than my dad income,
Yeah.
and you're paying for 10 hats.
And he has no fucking clue what this is about, no?
Yeah. But I told him, trust me, I'm going to return the money. Don't worry. So, yeah, they're not going to trust you, but that's okay.
Oh, fuck.
At the same month, I withdrew the funds and I gave it back to them, and I continue with my profit. It was a really low for the grow because I didn't have enough funds. I only had $200, or yes, 200 that I started with. Okay, and that was a borrow, and I returned back this money in the first month.
Yeah.
So I was just starting out like this, and the money was on the hold with PayPal. I had to wait 30 days, and then I was having I was in the UAE, by the way, so I had an PayPal
Yeah.
account that was in the UAE that I created 2006. That was a real old PayPal account, I think maybe 2006 or 2008.
Well, how old were you? 10?
I was like, yeah, I was like on the 4th grade. I was playing online games, okay, and I bought a visa. I took my mom and I went to a UAE bank and I let her put a visa, and I was trying to to put cash on it so you can continue playing.
What?
So that was in the 4th grade. I was making money on the 4th and the 5th, but from like flipping stuff, all of that stuff in the school and all of that. It's not online. And you was also making money from online games when you sell stuff and all of that when you was younger.
Yeah. What game were you playing?
Right now, I'm not playing any
No, but
games.
back then, what game was it? World of
Back then, I was
Warcraft?
playing Black Shot. I didn't like Warcraft. I was playing Black Shot, Battle of Immortals, Rakion, Rohan, Aeon, all of that stuff. I was playing a lot.
Okay.
But I stopped playing maybe 5 years ago.
Nah, I don't know anything about that shit. My roommate in college used to play all those fucking games.
Yeah, that's good when you are younger. But I wanted to know about dropshipping 2 years ago. Yes, I know that I'm 20, but I wanted to know 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I wish I knew that.
So do you plan to travel at any point?
Yeah, I'm planning to.
Where
I
you
already
going?
finished my passport. I'm not having like a target yet, but
Yeah.
I'm going to, at first I want to know that if I went out the country, I'm not going to be broke. I need to cover my back first.
Yeah, because you can't live on fucking $200 or $300 in most places in the world.
Yes, that's the point. And even so, right now my account may shut down in any time because I had the 30-day suspension.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm still running it. So if I had the account shut down, okay, I'm going to start again and I'm going to suffer again. But you have a lot of information that you didn't have when you were starting out.
Kareem, everyone is asking what Jason and Jeffrey, I haven't really done any courses. I have a free course in the description. What is your Instagram, Kareem?
Let me write it.
Write it in the chat.
Let me check if it's correct.
I need to go soon because it's Friday and my wife is like, why the fuck am I not with her and my 2-week-old child?
You are a
What
father,
time
right?
is it there? Yeah, I'm a father for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What time is it there?
It's 1.46
in the morning?
Yeah. I love the work at this time.
Well, before we had this fucking baby, I would usually go to sleep maybe like 9 or 10 and wake up like 2 or 3 and then work the whole day. But now I just sleep whenever I can. Like last night I was working at like 2 o'clock in the morning with the baby on my lap and like answering emails.
Yeah, I'm still answering all of the emails. But guys, if anyone trying to contact me through Facebook or Instagram, uh, if you had an important question, I will reply to you. But if it's just a normal thing, I can't reply to you because there is like 100, 200 emails per day that's being sent from the other and from the friends and from the Instagram. So I couldn't do all of that replying. But I reply to all my comments of the posts. Okay, for
Okay.
3 to 4 groups, I reply to all the comments. So if anyone trying to have a question, they can send a comment on the post, and I'm going to reply to it.
All right, let me just answer one question. So, Thando, if you list an item and you can't find it in eBay search, give it a couple days. But what you will notice is there's a page where you can check your traffic. Check that shit out because sometimes you will be getting traffic even if you can't find it. But go ahead.
If you are international, and most of the time your item will be the shipping address will be your local shipping address. Change the shipping address of this item to US in the item list, okay, and then search for it again. You are going to see it. So if you are international, that's the problem.
Anyway, Kareem, I gotta go, but let's do another call maybe next week. When do you come off the 30-day?
After 10 days. It will be the 10th of.
All right, so let's have a call in 12 days. I'll give you 2 days of listing.
I'm almost, the VA is preparing the listing. Okay, I'm still. I told him to take off like 2 weeks for the vacation, and he started working maybe 5 days ago, and he's going to start preparing the listing, and they are going to save it on the spreadsheet.
So as soon as that shit, you just blast all the listings.
Yeah, and let's see if I will have to face a lot of other Vero problems.
Yeah, that'll be curious. Anyway, guys, so in the description, well, Kareem just put his Instagram, so go check him out. In the description, I have free training and a free group on Facebook. And again, I try to answer as many questions also on Instagram, and Kareem does also. Try not to ask it. I mean, I have over 1,000 videos, and I get a lot of questions where the answers on YouTube already. Those type of, before you ask either of us any stuff, search YouTube first.
search the groups first. You know what's the problem? Did you see my post on Hans Dropshippers?
Yeah,
it's in Arabic. Did you see how tall is it?
Huh?
That's 4. Did you see how tall is it?
Yeah.
That's almost 4 posts, and I added more. Okay, I had a lot of private messages asking me questions in this post.
Yeah,
that's sick. Okay, if you don't have time for reading this post, so quit it. Don't sit on the laptop. That's the problem.
All right, guys, have a good one. Like my fucking video and check me on Instagram. I'll be giving out it's no BS dropshipping, all one word. I just put it there. I'll be giving out a free lifetime membership to DSGE over there. Kareem, I'll give you after this, send me a message on Instagram and I'll give you a DSGE Lite subscription because we have fucking
look
the sponsored listen thing on there.
You can share the YouTube channel so people can look at it, and once I'm safe and I can teach people, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, well, so put your YouTube channel. Do you have it now?
I don't know if it's like a channel, so if it does, the YouTube channel is like my
main account. Your same. If you just write one more time, Kareem, and if they follow you, it would be the same account.
Yeah, so you can list it on the description or anything, or they can just go and check it out. And I'm going to wait and see because I need to first to gather myself up and to manage my store because I'm having 30 messages a day from customer service.
Yeah.
And I couldn't teach the VA the customer service. He couldn't do it much better, So I have to handle all the customer service alone.
I fucking hate customer service.
Yeah, that's really bad,
That is the worst part of the shit.
But you have to do it, and you have to give a great customer service.
Yeah. All right, dude. Have a good night. Try to get some sleep. I feel like I'm always online and you're always online. So I think that's funny.
Yes.
All right, dude. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Bye bye.